And we're live.
We're going
Live!
How's everybody?
Good. It's been a good, busy week. How about you?
Awesome, man. Happy Friday. It's Friday, and I'm always looking forward to Friday, man. This is good.
Mm-hmm.
It's a way to end the week, look forward to the weekend, and then start again on Monday. And yeah, man, it's been a good week.
This is one aspect of looking forward to Friday, is being on this with you guys.
There you go. Hey, man. 100%.
Yeah, I think this is great. I love this. So we've decided this week that we're gonna talk about marketing, right? Like in our struggles and how we go about doing that, and just our feedback so far as to what marketing's been working best for us. I think Cali's probably one of the best people to talk to about this as well. I know he's got some marketing in the works there that he helps people out with it. So why don't we just have a little talk about that? Why don't you start off, Cali, and tell everybody kind of what you're doing and what your thoughts are?
Sure, man. By the way, like anybody who's just tuning in and wondering what this is all about, it's a little live that we decided to put together a few weeks ago because we were all challenged with getting out and just going live on social media and getting that presence. So we decided to kind of joint venture together and lean on each other and go live together. And every Friday, I think this is week 4 now. Week 4.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is what it's all about. It's really loose. We're all just kind of different stages of our investment careers, and we just want to kind of support each other. And yeah, man. So I'm happy for everyone who's watching. Whether you're here live, make sure to join in the comments, or whether you're watching the recording. Hopefully, we look good. Yeah.
Connect with us after the fact. Too.
Yeah, because we're live. This is unedited.
Yeah.
But yeah, man.
You
Thanks,
guys
Sean.
get your makeup done today?
No.
I did. I just did it in the truck.
Yeah. COVID, so I got to do it myself. COVID, yeah.
Awesome.
So anyway, I'm Cali Braithwaite. I'm in the GTA. I'm focusing on this year specifically, mostly flips and some wholesales and assignments. And part of how I get my business is from marketing, right? That's one of the 4 quadrants of business. You know, when you look at, you have your marketing, you have your sales, you have your operations, and you have your finance. So when it comes to marketing, what I've been doing is a lot of networking. Networking has been like a huge one for me. A lot of relationship building is where I find a lot of the deals that I'm finding. As far as the assignments and wholesaling, that is, I've been marketing, direct mail, right to homeowners. I recently just started doing some virtual, Google ads. That's very new for me. I haven't had any conversions there yet, but I partnered with somebody who's doing that, and I'm looking forward to some great results. But yeah, there's all different types of challenges that we can face. I think we'll talk more about that when everyone has a chance to introduce themselves and what kind of marketing strategies they've been using in their experience. But for me, it's just been, mostly I've had some success, real good success with direct marketing, through Canada Post, flyer mails, flyer mailouts. That's my most of my marketing and networking. All of the deals that I've done that I've been actually, either bought off a wholesaler or a flip or a wholesale hasn't actually been from my own marketing. The deals that I have from my marketing, I've sold, but the deals that I've been involved in hands-on at some capacity has been through my network and networking. So there's huge value in that. But yeah, let's hear. I mean, you guys all have your own experiences. Let's hear about it.
Yeah. On my end. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Alex.
No, go ahead, Brad. Go ahead. No, that's all right.
Yeah. So on my end, I've just been kind of slowly moving forward with things, right? So I haven't dove too far into the deep yet, just because I've had so much stuff on the go. But it's crazy how just conversations had is what's really driving on my end of things. Like, so I'm not necessarily deep into the marketing end of things, but just having conversations with people and just getting connected with other people. And, you know, you're talking with friends and family and you're just talking about what you're doing. And then next thing you know, they're like, oh, hey, I know some guy who might be selling, or like, you know, some people might be looking at selling, and hey, here's their number. And you get in touch with them. And, you know, and those types of relationships, and those have been good for moving forward for me. You know, we did do a flyer campaign, and it worked out fairly well. It got some good contacts out of that and some good feedback. But we've kind of left that at this point in time, just because the ball has continued to roll at a speed that's been very manageable for what I've been able to work with right now, just based on actual, like, just, you know, communication through friends and family, and then just people you work with and people you run into on the street, in a sense. So that's kind of where we're at, and it's been good. But yeah, we're slowly going to be moving to like more of a part-time position at work. So things are going to start to get busier on the business end of things. So we're really going to be diving deep into the marketing, and we're moving forward with that. So yeah, all this stuff that you guys have been deep into, I'll be right there alongside you very soon.
That's awesome, man.
That is awesome. And I think a lot of people don't seem to realize too that, like, just you know, flyers and ads aren't the only way to market. Like, you're marketing mostly through your network, and same with Cali. Those are the deals that he's doing are mostly through his network, right? Like, marketing just doesn't mean just flyers and ads, right? What about you, Alex?
Well, it's interesting because I can relate a lot to probably Brad, but also Cali, in the sense that a lot of my deals. So initially they were still on the market. Nonetheless, my most recent 6 deals have been collaborating with wholesalers or internal, even from council, as Brad and Cali are aware. So it was all been through other wholesalers. However, I've also, you know, I guess in an effort to secure my own deals and not let a third party, not be dependent on a third party, I have taken on the marketing myself on doing flyer campaigns in order to secure my own deals, with the understanding, and that is a current joint venture with somebody else, with the understanding that anything that I don't take down, we would wholesale. And most recently, I'm having a bit of a wake-up call because it appears that I've undermined the effort of the disposition. So we have deals on the go, and our buyers list is minimal. You know, the feedback from the public websites, the Facebook groups where you can post these deals, hasn't been as good. So I've underestimated the power of, or the effort of the disposition. You know, what some of these guys that have somebody in place that all they do is disposition, that effort, you know, managing those buyers, it's not so much my motto. So because of that, I'm kind of rethinking the validity of me doing my own marketing, because I'm focused on flips and conversions, long-term buy and holds. So, you know, it's got me thinking, like, is this the best use of my time to try to do my own marketing? Or do I continue to do what worked, which is collaborate, network, and work with people that this is all they want to do is the marketing and the wholesaling.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. That, like, just you pointed out something that's huge there, is instead of you trying to do it all, right, you realize your unique ability is maybe not the marketing, right? So it's like, get somebody else to do it for you. It may cost a little bit of money, but the time that you save is actually money that you're saving, because now you're focusing on the things where you're bringing value to that you enjoy doing, right? I think a lot of the time, if we can enjoy what we're doing, it makes it that much more rewarding, right? And that's why we kind of chose this path of, like, real estate investing at whatever capacity we're at, right?
What's the cost of missed opportunity of my effort to wholesale and disposition a deal versus project managing a deal? And this is kind of, let's assume that that's my forte, project managing a deal that I know to be that much more, you know, frugal, or sorry, that much more, that much better for me to do instead of trying to deal with like buyers, things that I'm not as passionate about, I guess.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, I agree with that too. And I mean, it's a lot about what's your business model and how are you going about, finding your deals, and where, like Callie said, what's your unique ability, right? Like, I mean, personally, I've dealt with, several different marketing strategies and like creating ads, and most of the deals I've done have been through my network as well. However, like, I mean, to find deals and stuff like that, I've done a lot of flyer campaigns. I've done newspaper ads. I've done Kijiji ads and all that. Like, really the best source of like actual leads and deals I've found so far to be direct marketing, like to actually like flyer campaigns, right? And a little plug for Cali here. If anybody's looking to do any kind of flyer campaigns, call Cali. He can help you out with all that.
Cali, man, grow with Cali.
Grow with Cali. But yeah, definitely. And I mean, there's lots of stuff that's involved with marketing too. I mean, it's not as simple as one might seem as well. Like, I mean, just dealing with the post office and dealing with your suppliers and things like that, like, it can be a real headache. Like, today, let's just, well, actually, I can't say today. It started yesterday, dealing with the post office and going through the precision targeter and all that. It just, I've done it several times already, and still, I think each and every time I've actually had to call down to the post office and have them kind of walk me through something that's kind of been a difficult task to get through. Right? Like, I mean, has anybody else had to go through a Canada Post and deal with that as well?
100%, man. Like, I know the first probably 5 campaigns or so that I did, I had to call the technical support to walk me through the process. And it was so easy for me to do that because they know it like the back of their hand. Like, they walked me through it like they were there watching my screen. And I wonder if they set it up in a way to make you call it. Like, I don't know. But
they're definitely not doing a good job of automating it, if that's what their actual,
Yeah. So I started because people are coming to me for, to get help with their campaigns. And I realized the first few times that I was helping people out, they had questions that I couldn't answer that I thought I should know. So the last time I called Canada Post, I actually wrote down like step by step and took screenshots so that I could figure it out on my own, or at least remember what it is that I learned. I mean, but yeah, I mean, Brad, this is one thing that when you start sending out your, direct letters or whatever, you're going to have some growing pains there as well if you choose to go that route.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Like, even when we did do our first one, it was interesting how much of a pain in the butt it was actually trying to figure stuff out. And another thing that I noticed is because the campaign that we put out was in an area that I'm very familiar with. It's a small town, and so I know lots of people there, right? So, and next thing you know, I'm talking to friends and talking to other people, and I'm like, oh, hey, cool, guys, did you get my flyer? And they're like, oh, no, I didn't get it. And then all of a sudden, 6 weeks later, after it was supposed to go out, they're like, hey, man, your flyer came in the mail. I'm like, how was there a 6-week delay from when I dropped them off to when you got it? I'm like, this is crazy.
I can relate 100%. I had a campaign that was sent in the Windsor area, and it went out, like, people were calling the next day, right? And I had a campaign that went out in the Peterborough area in Oshawa, and it took like 2.5 weeks. So I was thinking, like, this is because it was my very first campaign, actually, which was in Windsor, and it was like a day later we were getting calls, and then send it out to another market and realized that the time difference, it was a little bit of an adjustment. But now that I know, hearing your experience, 6 weeks, then I'm at ease now, and anybody that comes to me, I can at least explain to them, hey, Brad took 6 weeks to get his out there, so just relax. It's all good. Yeah.
Really? That's how long before, like, what I mean? People were still receiving flyers, and before they actually, like, reached any boxes?
Yeah, so I talked to one person in the area, and they're like, oh, yeah, like, this was days afterwards, and they had already got my flyer. And then I talked to another buddy on the other end of town, and he had nothing. And then buddy called me like 6 weeks after the fact that I dropped off at the post office, and he said, "Hey, I just got your flyer today in the mail." And it was, I thought, wow, quite a delay from like, when I first dropped off at the post office in the town that is delivering the flyers.
That's crazy.
This might very well be an interesting opportunity here because, I mean, it almost seems like what Canada Post has got the monopoly on this. If you want to get your flyer in the mailbox, and especially in Hamilton now, they're all centralized mailboxes. They're not individual on the actual property. They're into a central location that does not allow you to even insert a flyer in that particular box unless you have the key. So only the mailman has access to that. Which, like anything else, door-to-door flyers and dropping them off, I don't think that's a good option. I don't think they make it very far. It needs to go into the mailbox, and the only way to do that is through Canada Post. And there's nothing to hold them accountable whether or not that happened.
Yeah. Hey, I think we should give a shout out to some of the people making contacts here, guys. Like I saw Tristan on there. Nice to see you, Tristan. And then Ben, Hubble CEO. Thanks, buddy. Bringing the sharing. That's awesome, man.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, everybody. Carly is always there, man, showing love, clapping your hands.
Carly is our biggest fan here.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, cheerleader for all of Cashflow Tribe and Council, I think. She's got the same PI index as you, Callie. She's very, very social, so she just loves all this stuff. She's on this more than I am. Like, she comes down usually before, like, if I'm sitting here and it's a couple minutes before the show, she's like, "It's almost time. You guys are going live."
Well, it's interesting, Shawn, you've done the pitch, and I was on it last night, and it was actually, I made a mental note not to do this, but I still couldn't help myself and kind of keep an eye out on some of the comments. And it was like Carly, Andrea, and actually I recognize Adam Martin as well. Like, they would just, they would help it along, and like, it was good feedback for me while I was on, even though I probably, like, I would check it in the breaks or whatever. So it was fantastic. Like, I very much so if she is hearing this, I very much appreciate that support.
There she is. Hey, this is let's talk about this, because I think that like, people don't realize the impact of participation. When you're going live, and just imagine if, like, we were just going live alone and you're just talking to the screen and nobody's engaging with you, nobody's giving you like some cues to like keep going or things to talk about. Sometimes I think about that when I'm watching someone else go live, and I'm like, man, I can't leave them hanging. Let me just put something out there, you know what I mean? Just to kind of keep the energy going. But like, how do you guys feel about that when you see someone going?
I love that. That's my favorite part about this, is the engagement. Hearing what other people have to say, and like, people reaching out to you after the fact and just saying, hey, like, what you guys were discussing was relevant, or hey, like, you guys should discuss this. Like, I love hearing stuff like that. Like, gives us more drive to kind of do it too. Like, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I very much enjoy that, and
feedback.
Love other people. Yeah, love hearing feedback.
I think between all of us, we'd never turn down a conversation with anybody.
I can talk a glass eye to sleep.
Right? Like, I mean, otherwise we're just having a conversation amongst ourselves, and I mean, really, it is what it is. We'd probably do it anyway, right? But it's good to get it out there, and I find that I get value out of this, just doing this with you guys, because you guys all have different perspective, and I get to hear what your guys' challenges were and things like that as well, right? So I think there's value in it all around, and love to hear from other people and see what they think.
And to add to that, man, I mean, anybody who's watching and who is in business of any sort and wants to get themselves out there and has a challenge of just going on alone, just think, like, get a buddy, get a friend, go together, have a conversation. And I think it just makes it that much easier. So, like, the same reason why we're doing this the way we're doing it, use this idea if you haven't already. And hopefully things will be easier for you to get your product or your service out there.
I was very presently surprised even before I joined council, as I was contemplating it, to learn how much of what these guys are coaching us with is business development. It's not necessarily real estate or just real estate. Yeah, that's just the vehicle we all have in common, but most of it is business development. So all of this is totally applicable to whatever vehicle you choose as your business.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I mean that's something, it is kind of what we all have in common. But I mean, there's also several people that are in the group too that don't really, our real estate isn't their number one business strategy either, right? Like, I mean, there's so much more involved with it. It's wonderful, right? But as far as everything else goes, like, what is there any marketing strategies or anything that you guys have thought about trying or had better results with than you thought you would? Or is there anything else that you think has some validity to move forward with that you'd like to try?
So this was mentioned by other people, and I think Ben mentioned it on a number of occasions, but I've started looking at just a few companies, just briefly doing some research on actual outbound cold calling. And that was something that I just don't know how to kind of quantify cost to return, as opposed to, like, by comparison to direct mailing. But that is something that I wouldn't mind considering. Yeah, just, outbound callers, call centers worldwide at whatever cost per call, cost per lead. Something like that. I don't know if that's something you guys looked at or.
Well, it was funny. I actually had somebody reach out to me regarding this, and they said that basically they would go around and just make a bunch of cold calls for me for several $100s a week, right? I kind of thought about it, but at the same time, I'm not sure how valuable that is too, because I don't see how you can really hold them accountable if you're just paying them X amount, and how long, how do you quantify that? Like, how many leads or quality leads do they need to bring you in order for it to be worth the amount that you're paying them, right? So,
yeah,
I mean,
something to look into is find out, like, those companies that run stuff like that, because I have no idea. Are they a commission-based system or not? They're right. Are they? Is it just paid based on number of calls you make, or are they paid based on, like, I guess maybe they're paid based on number of calls made, because I guess whether you're making calls, like, you're only going to get leads if you make the calls, I guess. But
well, this particular gentleman, like, he was from India, and he was, like, calling around here, and he said that he previously had worked with realtors and things of that nature, and just kind of doing that thing. So, he reached out to me, so I was probing him a bit to figure out what exactly he was offering, and I asked him. I said, okay, so would you be, working like a contractor, like a salary kind of situation, or would it be commission based? And he mentioned that he would do both. I opted to do the commission based, because if he's bringing me valuable leads, and I told him, I said, I'd be willing to pay more for quality leads than I would for you to just do a bunch of cold calls. So, let's work something out in that nature. I don't think he was really interested in that. I think he just wanted the guaranteed weekly whatever amount that he wanted. But you know what I mean? If somebody would be willing to do that on a commission base, geez, I'd pay way, way more for that.
But Shawn, hang on a second. You said that when he reached out to you, you said a few $100s a week. I mean, is the expectation that you're going to sign a year contract here, or can you test it out for 2 weeks? And if whatever leads are coming in are not to your standards, then yeah, you're out a few $100s a week times 2.
Yeah, well, I mean, and we didn't really get that much further in the conversation. I mentioned to him that I'd be more interested in the commission base, just because he didn't really have any references, didn't really have any, information to give to me, right? Like, so, as far as I know, he's just some guy that's getting on Zoom calls and saying, hey, yeah, give me a few $100s and we'll throw that off into the ether and see what happens, right? Like,
I understood, but what I'm going to ask you now is, would he be willing to spend half his time calling in Moncton and half in Hamilton?
Hey, who knows? He like the way it sounded too is like he was discussing it as if he had other resources, like other people to do the phone calls. And actually, we were supposed to have a meeting on Monday, and kind of said that he had to reschedule. So maybe I'll reach back out to him and see what he's got to say, and maybe have a little sit down and kind of see. My main issue with that was simply just like, I had never heard of him before. He didn't really have any credentials as far as I could tell. Was asking me to pay him hundreds of dollars a week, but didn't really have any information to give me. So it's,
I don't know. It sounds like a good business. I can find 100 investors that I could make some.
Well, geez. Like I get 7 freaking scammers a week trying to message me on Facebook saying, "Hey, have you heard the great news?" Like, I don't know if you guys got that one as well. It's like every single one of them uses the exact same punchline, right? So maybe this guy switched it up.
Have you heard of great news? Real estate is booming in Canada.
Right? Well, it's mostly, those ones or whatever, right? So, but I mean, I was interested in sitting down and talking to him about it. Like a few $100 is a few $100. If he's going to make, depending on how many hours a week he's going to work and how many calls he's going to make in that week, like, and how many quality leads he's actually going to bring in, like a few $100 for, a few quality leads is next to nothing, right?
Right.
Yep.
So if someone is just starting out and they want to, like, hey, you heard great news? So if someone just getting started, right, and they want to, start finding business, whether it's assignments, wholesales, flips, burrs, do you think that, or what do you think that someone should be prepared to spend, and for how long, before they decide to use a different strategy?
That's a good question. I don't know if I'd really quantify it in dollar amounts. I think that you kind of, would put out you kind of make the decision. I wouldn't do any campaigns under 10,000 or so, and just kind of see. And you want to look at about a 0.1%, call back rate at least, right? Like, I mean,
10,000 flyers, not $10,000, right?
Yeah, flyers. Yeah.
How about door knocking?
I guess ultimately you kind of look at split testing anything, right?
Yeah.
Like you just have to figure out, okay, you have to be comfortable with whatever you're going to spend, and that's the thing is, if somebody's willing to outspend you, they're going to be the ones to get the leads, right? So
not necessarily.
I shouldn't say that they'll be the one to get the leads, but there's always somebody out there who's willing to work harder something than you, I guess.
Yeah. Well, and I think the quality of your article or whatever flyer or whatever it is that you're sending out, it has to have somebody. It has to drive somebody to make a phone call. Because I mean, I've dealt with some other investors too who had flyers they put out, and they put out a lot of them, and they got like next to no phone calls, right? So it's like, at what point?
I guess that's what I mean by split testing is like, come up with a few ideas, send them out there, actually keep track of the data so you can determine whether or not something good came from it. So then you can like go hard down that path. So like, don't necessarily go insane down a wide variety of paths, but figure out what is actually working and making sense, and then double down on that section. And if you don't, then, you're the only one at fault for not actually following through with the data points, right? So.
Oh, 100%. Because I mean, it's, and even with the campaign that you're doing, if it works, just because it works today doesn't mean it's going to work next year. Right. So, it's very important.
I think that another option too is that if you don't have the resources, but somebody who does, and you have the time, then find someone to partner with. I mean, you can take phone calls, you can talk to someone who's more experienced at it and kind of, learn from them, make some kind of offer and trade-off. And then I think that's another way that someone who's just starting out, who doesn't have the confidence to put up the capital, they can probably partner with someone who has the capital and doesn't have the time, right? So that's another way to think that I would probably go about if I was to start out fresh. I would be looking for the person who has the capital, and I would be like, hey, I got time. What can I do to, help you and in return help myself, right?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think there's far too many people that kind of try to go down this path alone, because it really is a team sport in the long run. Like your network's your net worth. You're going to hear that over and over and over again because it's true. But yeah, like, I mean, there's, each one of us, like Cali, I'm sure that you could use some other people on the phones doing deals, or Alex as well. Like, you know what I mean? I know you're doing campaigns, like me personally too. Like, if there's anybody here in this area, or even that's not in this area, that's interested in taking calls and dealing with properties here, then I mean, for sure, that's something that I think all of us would be interested in. So definitely reach out to each one of us. Like, I've been putting our information here down on the bottom.
Thanks, man.
In the meantime, trying to if you want to get in touch with any of us too. So each definitely reach out, right?
Yeah, man. Yeah. Call to action. Definitely. Let's do it. That's an awesome call to action. Let's end this off with a call to action. First of all, thank you, Shawn, for behind the scenes, in front of the scenes, doing this stuff with our numbers and contact info. That's awesome, man. Well, you're multitasking. So what's everybody's call to action? Okay, Shawn wants people to call him and help him on the phones, because Shawn's got so many deals, literally, right? I just bought and sold one from him and making lots of money. So I'm happy. I'm going to be coming back to New Brunswick, and I'm going to be bringing some more people with me. But yeah, what's going on? What's everyone's call to action?
I'd love to hear from people, from young people that are willing to either door knock, that are willing to take action on the marketing side. And so that's my kind of immediate opportunity to partner with someone. And if you are looking at doing your own flyers, I would highly recommend you reach out to Cali.
Oh, geez, thanks, man.
Because I have.
Yeah.
Cali's the man.
Brad, what your time to shine, brother?
Yeah, on my end, I'm looking to make some good contacts and communication with people who are looking in the area that I am currently right now, which is up in Grey and Bruce County, and just find out, hey, who else is up there? Who else is looking for places? Who's looking for rentals? Looking for flips? Like, just connect with those people to find out where they're at and who they got that they're connected with for contractors, and and we can kind of collaborate and share resources that way.
Brad, what kind of price points are like in the Grey Bruce County? What types of price points for investors to like connect with you? What do you need? Like, do they need to bring them? Like, I know in Toronto you need a lot of zeros, right? But
so it's such a wide variety of price points. But I would say typically you're anywhere from that, 300 to 350 range, all the way up to, the mid sixes is like a pretty standard price point in that area that gets you a good number of houses in the area and stuff, depending on to what level you want to go with, and also depending on to what extent of renovation you want to go with, right?
Right.
Price point might be a little bit lower, but then, you're dealing with like full gut jobs, and you're dealing with a lot of houses that are early 1900s homes and stuff that you're really going to you're getting involved in, and you need to know what you're doing, right? So
I'm going to have to jump off, guys. I apologize. I'm late for an appointment, but I'll let you guys carry on. Sorry.
Alex is out there making money, man. I love it.
Take care.
Get paid. Take care, Alex.
Bye.
Yeah, well, listen, my call to action real quick is, so I'm in the GTA, but I'm investing. My network is fairly wide. I mean, I just did a deal with Shawn in New Brunswick. I have a deal in Kitchener, Ontario. I have real estate in Peterborough, in Oshawa, doing a project in Toronto. So anybody that wants to reach out to me to talk about some of the deals that I'm working on and future deals that I'm looking towards, my contact info is there. Please reach out, and let's talk real estate and see how we can grow together.
Awesome. That's great. Yeah, I'm just going to throw another call to action out here too while we're still on the line here. So like if I'm looking to connect with just about anybody in the real estate world here too. So anybody looking to do real estate investing, if you're a new guy just beginning or starting out, like I'm definitely looking to mentor some people and get some people on the team, as well as have some more contractors and flippers kind of reach out and be able to have some deals for you too. So definitely anybody and everybody in the real estate market that's in East Coast of Canada. I'm not talking about just Moncton, but St. John, Fredericton, also Halifax, PEI, or anywhere in between. So definitely reach out to me. I'd love to talk to anybody about this stuff and see what we can do to help each other out and keep going, keep growing.
Love it.
Awesome.
We're going live. It's out.
We went live.
We're leaving live.
Yeah. Till next time, folks. Hey, thanks for tuning in, by the way. Post your comments. Share the show if you liked it. Let us know. It inspires us to keep going and keep growing. And yeah, this is awesome. Happy Friday. Enjoy the time with your family. Be safe. And we'll see you next week.
See you guys all later.